Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Stern. I'm the founder and managing partner of Govtech Ventures, and we're back for another weekly Govtech go-to-market video. And this week we're talking about how the primary risk to a startup is not the procurement timeline, but really the deeper risk is whether or not the customer's data environment is ready for technology and ready for innovation. The arrival of generative AI hasn't made data cleanup easier. It's actually raised the stakes. AI doesn't fix messy internal knowledge, it exposes it. When a product runs on top of broken or contradictory data, it doesn't just underperform, it accelerates the spread of bad outputs. And that makes everyone look bad. If the foundation is flawed, the AI simply builds on that flaw with total confidence. For years, knowledge management was treated by agencies as a back office administrative task, a digital filing cabinet for PDFs. That's changed. As agencies move towards systems that answer questions and generate policy explanations or automate workflows, knowledge management is shifting from a static repository to a strategic capability. It's becoming the operating system of the agency. That implication for a founder is pretty straightforward. Your software is only as capable as the information it can access and digest. If the underlying knowledge is weak, the AI doesn't just fail, it amplifies the weakness. You aren't selling a tool, you're inheriting the agency's technical debt. Most government organizations struggle with three basic questions: what they actually know, what they think they know, and where that knowledge actually lives. This isn't a technical bug, it's a systems maturity problem. If an agency hasn't maintained its internal documentation, no amount of sophistication or prompt engineering will bridge that gap. So if you don't diagnose this maturity level early, your product effectively becomes a test environment for their internal chaos. You'll find yourself burning capital trying to organize their data just to make your features work. To avoid this, founders need to evaluate a customer's structural readiness before moving to a full-scale deployment. Look for 4 signals. 1. Is there a single authoritative source of truth? If there are multiple versions of a policy floating around, AI won't resolve the conflict. It will just blend them into a hallucination. 2. Is there a named data steward for every major data set? High-performing organizations have clear review cycles. If no one owns the data, no one's responsible for fixing it when it breaks your product. 3. Is knowledge management integrated with their AI oversight and privacy rules? You need to see a clear path for permissions and audit trails. Without this, the deployment risk is just too high to manage. And 4, do the employees actually trust their internal systems? If the staff is already double-checking every document because they know the internal database is out of date, they won't trust your AI's summary of those documents either. When a customer fails those readiness tests, pushing for your standard deployment is a mistake. There are more effective paths. You could shift the scope to help them clean and structure high-value data and knowledge domains first. You could limit the scope and not try to index the entire agency, solve one very specific high-value problem where the data is actually reliable. Or you can always decline the engagement. The fastest way to kill a startup's reputation is a failed implementation caused by a customer's unusable data. AI doesn't create organizational intelligence, it reveals it. Before asking if a customer has the budget to buy, you have to ask if their knowledge infrastructure is ready for the truth and ready for your technology. In GovTech, success is determined less by your code and more by the quality of the data it touches. More next week.